After today, you will have completed 27 of the 30 solutions, or about 93% of the whole program. There's an interesting phenomenon that can happen when you actually reach that final 10% of completing something, and one that certainly has affected my life. I had a manager during an appraisal give me feedback that really opened my eyes to one way I held myself back. The feedback was simple. He said that I was fantastic with my projects all the way up until the end, and then at about 95%, it seemed that I would drop the ball a little bit. In that moment, I had a hard time recognizing that I actually did that, but in future projects, as I took a look, it became very clear to me that something subtle but important happened towards the end that resulted in me almost checking out or leaving loose ends behind and letting things go undone that I never would have considered earlier in the project. I came to realize that I was not alone with this behavior, that many of us, as we near the end to something, especially if it's big, begin to dread the end of it. Whether it's because you think you'll miss it when it's done, or because you want to avoid the pain of something ending, or if you've already decided you've had enough of that, and good enough is good enough. All of these thoughts and feelings can lead you up to not showing up in the final stages. And another more insidious reason that some people don't complete something is that by not completing it, they subconsciously reinforce their negative self-image that they are screw up, or that they are incompetent, or that they can never get anything right, never accomplish their goals, and that deep down they are flawed, which is not true, but that belief can be very powerful. So we want to caution you now that if you find yourself feeling the same way, that's normal. We find some clients just feel a little sad or scared to be coming to the end of the 30 days, while others are just tired of all the work they have done, and still others are just acting out their limiting beliefs. This can lead to the temptation to just cruise past these last couple days without doing much. Remember, how you finish is more important than how you begin. Once I realized what my manager said was accurate, it had a dramatic positive impact moving forward. Not only did I start finishing projects with great attention to detail, I actually would end up over-delivering, which led to more recognition and eventually more opportunity, income, and just greater fulfillment at work. So embrace these last couple of days with passion and dedication, as they have been specifically designed to propel you beyond these 30 days.
What I love about your story is that it started with receiving really important feedback. And just as we discussed in the emotional sobriety solution, nothing has meaning until you give it meaning. You know, the feedback that you received could have been interpreted in one of many ways. You could have become mad at your manager for being critical of your work, simply disregarding what he had to say. Or you could have made the feedback about him by telling yourself that this was how he operated at work, not you. Instead, you accepted it as an opportunity to grow and learn. Now, that doesn't mean that every time you receive feedback in your life, it will be accurate and that you'll be able to learn and grow from it. But what it does mean is that when you're given feedback that can help you have a breakthrough, you won't miss it because you're too busy creating a story about why it doesn't apply to you. Make sure to embrace feedback and embrace these last 2 days. Keep doing the work, and we'll see you on the other side.